Hi guys, my name is Kaan and welcome to another incredible video. I am very excited about today's topic as I'm pretty sure that this will be something that will help most of you. Today you will learn my favorite ways of catching a break underneath or above a card. Some of you may still be using very basic stuff such as just catching a break above, dropping the remaining cards here, and you would have your break. However, the ones that you will learn in this video are very convincing, very fair, and from the spectator's point of view, there would be no way that you could have still control of their card. So please, if you like the video, make sure to leave a huge thumbs up on this video along with a free subscription on the channel and of course your comments in the comment section below. But that being said, let's jump straight into the first method. So guys, here is the first one. For this, any card can be selected. For example, here, the Jack of Hearts. The card is being returned back into the pack and I slowly and very fairly push it in to the pack, and I can even drop the cards on the table. I don't have to touch the cards. However, still, I have full control of the card. This is what makes this very convincing and very fair looking. As it is still under my control, when I lift the cards back up, I could just catch a break underneath or above your card. In this case, I just caught a break right above. So if I just cut here, you should be able to see your card, the Jack of Hearts. From here, as I have a break, I can do anything I want, such as a pass to control the card to the top. So this is the first way of catching a pinky break. So let's learn how you can do this. So guys, here is the explanation. As you can see, this is just such a fair and cool way of catching a break that I'm pretty sure you will love to use it. What you need is a card that has been selected, for example, the Jack of Hearts. Once you have their card, it is going to be moved into the center of the pack, just like this. Now you are going to push the card in slowly, right? And you're going to tap it into the pack until you see around 1/10 of the card maybe. So after pushing this card in to the pack, you should be able to see like the white border of the playing card, right? So that's how far you're going to push it in. Once the card has been almost flush with the remaining cards, you're going to take your middle finger and you're going to tap it pretty quickly actually on the center of the selection, right? So instead of just doing this slowly like that, you will do it a little quicker, so a quicker tap. And the quick tap is gonna cause the card to come out from the other side. So from here, I can just give this card a quick tap and that is gonna bring the card out from the other side, as you can see here. This is gonna be more than enough for me to either lift up or just press on it to catch either a break above or beneath the card. And as the card is sticking out, I can just take it, the whole pack, I can drop it on the table, but before I move back with this hand, to make sure that no one sees this card, I'm just gonna take the topmost few cards and just push them a little back. From the spectator's point of view, who will see the deck a little from top as opposed to you from this camera angle, they will see the pack from top, so the topmost cards are going to cover up the card that is sticking out towards yourself. Now I can talk to the spectator, do whatever I want. As long as I do not touch these cards, the selection will be out-jogged. This now means whenever I want, I can lift the cards back up, and now from my point of view, I just have to either press on the card to catch a break above it, or I have to lift the card to catch a break underneath it. So from a closer look, it would look something like this. So from my point of view, I can just lift up at this card and catch a break right underneath it, or I can just press on the card to catch a pinky break right above, like this. At this point, I can do anything I want. I can control it back to the top, or whatever is necessary for the effect. One quick tip that I want to give you: when you're about to tap the card into the pack flush with the remaining cards, make sure that your grip looks something like this. This means that I am not applying any pressure on the peg by having my thumb on the peg. Notice that my fingers are surrounding the peg on the edges and the index finger is just curled down and it does not apply any pressure on the peg. So this is the first version that I'm pretty sure you will love to perform. So here is just another way of catching a break. Any card can be selected for this, like the Queen of Spades. Please don't forget it, as it is being returned very, very fairly and very, very slowly into the center of the pack. Like the one I told you a few seconds ago, the card has been already put under my control. I don't have to touch the cards. Whenever I want to, I can lift back up. And this time, let's control it to the bottom of the pack. This is the second version that we will learn right now. So guys, this specific way of catching a break above or underneath a card is probably the only one amongst the three that you learn in this video that belongs to me. As far as I know, it is original. If that should be wrong, just let me know in the comments. And what's happening here is the following. Any card is being selected, for example, the 9 of Hearts. Once the card has been remembered, you will not push it into the pack from the front, like just straight in, but rather you'll take it to the side of the pack and give it a very, very fair glimpse like this, right? So a card is selected, you show it, the Ace of Clubs, push it into the pack, around half of the card should still be sticking out, lift up the card and give your spectator a final glimpse that their card is really going into the center of the deck. Now you're going to transfer the pack into your hand, and as you push the card straight into the pack, the secret move is going to happen. The secret move is the following. You take the card, push it in, and of course it comes out just from the other side, like the first version that I taught you. The way this works is the following. Instead of just pushing the card from the center straight into the pack, which just loses the card completely in the deck, you are doing a slightly different move, which is you use your thumb again to push the card in, however, you contact the corner of the card, right? And instead of pushing it in just flush into the pack like sideways, you are going to get it diagonally into the deck, right? So you're going to push here and here, and it is going to come out from the other side like this. This of course is slightly exaggerated. It doesn't have to be that much, but it works totally fine. Let me show you this from another angle. This is their selection, which is moved into the pack. And now let me just show you from another angle. You're here. Your thumb is not going to push it in straight into the pack like sideways. It is going to push on it diagonally like this in slow motion. And as these fingers are here on the side blocking it from coming out sideways, this is going to be squared up like this, right? This is how it comes off from the other side. In full speed, it would look something like this. So our card is the Jack of Hearts, and you just push it in. See how fair and convincing this looks? Just perfect. So again, this is a very important tip. Make sure that you have a right grip on the pack, because that is going to help with this method. This means these three fingers, pinky, ring finger, and the middle finger, are here on the long edge, blocking this card, like their selection, from coming off this side. So when I have their selection in the center, I can just push it in diagonally in the pack. It is going to come out from my side. Notice it goes in diagonally. However, as I continue pushing with my thumb until this edge is being flush with the rest of the cards, this card will straighten automatically as it cannot go out from the other edge over here. I hope that makes sense. Just give it a go. You will be able to do this within no time. So from here, it is just like the first version. You can immediately catch a break above or beneath the card, or just pause for a second, place it on the table, push a few cards from the top towards yourself so it covers up the card in the center. But here you go, another very, very cool way of catching a break above or beneath a card. So guys, here is a final version that I would like to show you in this video. For this, any card can be selected. For example, here, the Ace of Hearts. Please remember the Ace of Hearts and do not forget it. Notice how cleanly I can show you both hands, even though the card is under full control, so I can control it just to the top of the pack. This is the final version that we will learn right now. So guys, with this, the only difference to the other two is the fact that you can only catch a break above the card. For this, any card can be selected as long as it is being selected while you're like riffling through the edge of the card or just dribbling the cards. So let's say the spectator calls out stop here. You show the card and you have it remembered. Now what's going to happen is the following. You will take the card above it, right? And instead of just dropping it on top of the pack like this, which is gonna get rid of any breaks whatsoever, you are gonna give this pack that you throw on top just a little swing, right? Instead of just going straight down, it is gonna go on top of the pack at an angle. This is gonna cause a few cards from the bottom of this pack to stick out from the other side. So when this touches the pack, a few cards from the bottom of this pack are going to stay in position, they will stick out, and I will use exactly this portion of the card to catch my break. This may look very difficult, but actually is pretty much self-working, right? So again, I just want you to understand the theory behind this. You have your card here, and these cards over here are going to be dropped on top of it at an angle. This is going to cause a few cards from the bottom of this pack to stick out from the back like this. So I can just lift up here and catch a break here, right? So this is how I catch my break. In full speed, it will look something like this. A card is selected, for example, the 6 of diamonds, and I'm going to give these cards a very subtle toss. So it comes at an angle and I have my stab, right? So in this case, I'm perfectly fine. I have tossed the cards on top of it and I have here a stab that I can use to pick up and put my pinky finger in. This way, I have now a break and I can do anything I want with the selected card. The only thing that you have to practice with this is to find out the right speed that you throw these cards at, the right angle that you need, because when you play around with this, you will notice that depending on the speed and the angle that you throw these cards on top of the pack, this stab on the back can be a little smaller or it can be very, very big. That is not gonna look so good, right? So you have to play around with that a little. One tip I can give you here is the following. Instead of just holding the pack just above the bottom pack here, just pull it a little towards yourself. This means that you automatically have to push these cards a little towards the pack so it comes flush right here on top of the bottom half. And this gives you the perfect stab. One more quick tip, make sure to have your index finger on top so when these cards are thrown on top, the index blocks it from going too far out. And here you go guys, you just learned 3 incredible ways of catching a break underneath or above a card that you will be able to do within no time. But that was the video. I hope you liked it and I hope to see you next time.